Hi and welcome to Homo Ludens, the channel history and board games, and we are back a bit early this week because normally we only have streams every Sunday, but we are decided to have an extra stream tonight because we're so excited about continuing our play of Napoleon's Triumph. So this is part two. Obviously, if you haven't seen part one, that's fine. We didn't progress too much. It's only 9 a.m. on in Austerlitz, so a lot of things are still gonna happen. But I'm still here with my four guests, Adam, Jan, Alex, and Matthias. Alex is the one who's facilitating the game. Adam and I are playing the French, and Jan and Matthias are playing the Allies. We're really excited to see what's going to happen. And we already have a few people in the chat. Mark is here. And as I was saying to Alex, Mark wants a detailed analysis on how best to use artillery before the end of the stream. So we are going to be working on this, making sure that Mark is satisfied. And yeah, apparently Arnaud is also interested in knowing a bit more about how to best use artillery, specifically in Napoleon's Triumph. But yeah, that's great. I want to ask maybe first to the allies. Jan, Matthias, how are you feeling so far? I'm going to bring the map on the stage, and then I'll ask Alex to give us a bit of an overview. But yeah, Jan, Matthias, what are your thoughts, impressions on how it's going?
I feel like not too much has happened, of course, but it's already like clear that attacking is not quite as straightforward as you might think, because you can't just run into the enemy and then try to just break through the lines. You have to be very careful. And yeah, I had to do quite a lot of maneuvering already on the right flank to try to even get to that point, and I'm not sure if I'm there yet that I can really like land a punch. I'll try to, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, attacking is not straightforward. It's really about positioning yourself before striking, and it can take a bit of a while, and your opponent can do quite a few things before you are even in a position where you feel comfortable attacking, which is interesting because when you're thinking about area movement games like this, you're thinking about area impulse, and you just like move a bunch of counters and then you roll some dice, and that's all good. This is a bit more tricky, but yeah, Matthias, how do you feel?
I'm not sure. I guess I have an unofficial and an official version, and my unofficial version is that I'm not sure how this would end up on the left side. I seem to have maneuvered myself a bit too aggressive in kind of a difficult situation, I guess. But maybe the official version, and that's the point. I remember that you said that you were nervous and sweating, Fred, and maybe that's what I wanted to achieve. I want to give
exactly
you the impression that there's something going on and you need to act.
Well, so, I'm really nervous because even though you were aggressive, you had the means to be aggressive. I mean, you have 3 cores in reserve in the back that are at full strength, ready to go, and it of course it's making me quite nervous. So yeah, we'll see. Adam, so far, how do you think we're doing as the French?
I think we're doing pretty good. There's a lot of really fun chess feeling I get from games like this, where the way I like playing chess is to just make the opponent as uncomfortable as I can until somebody makes a mistake. And whether it's me or them, it's a fun game either way. So I feel like we're doing that relatively well on both sides here. So that's a good time.
For me, it feels at the same time like chess and poker. Because exactly. Chess in terms of the move and the tempo, but poker because you don't really know what's in front of you, which is quite spicy. But yeah, Alex, before we start resuming our game, do you want to give us a broad overview of what's happening on the board and all this?
Yes, and for people watching, you're watching Fred's screen, so you're watching what the French see. So you see the strength of the French units, but you see the allies all red, while for Jan and Matthias, it's the opposite. And you can see on the right side, there are a lot of corps very strong. And for the allies, if we zoom in close to Bagration on the right side, you see that there are some situations that are a bit more that are challenging. There are some decisions to be taken. Because if you see, there is in both Bagration is on the approach close to locale 55, and there is another unit on the approach on the left. So that locale has no units in reserve. It means that if it's attacked from the bottom, they will have to retreat nobody's available in the middle of the locale to defend, and they will take a lot of losses. Luckily, at the moment, they cannot be attacked from the bottom because even if the one in 75, the French unit in 75 was a cavalry, it couldn't attack by road because it's too far away. If it was in 86, it could attack from the back, but now it can't at the moment. And also, the unit in the approach is safe because if the unit from 75 attacks that approach, if it's a 3 strength, they would be at the same level, and the first tiebreaker is defending the approach. So if the French attack from 75, that single unit could defend. And also, if the single unit is attacked by an infantry, since it's blocking the approach, it would have a +1, or better, a -1 for the infantry. So if it's attacked by a 3 strength infantry, it would be able to defend even with a 2 strength piece.
Yeah.
Being in the approach is good for defending, but not for mobility, because, for example, Bagration from the approach can only decide to move to 55 or back to the middle.
Or back into the reserve, yeah.
Yes. So that's limiting. And it has Constantine on the right. That's defending that approach, and that's important in this situation. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for the allies. So let's see what happens there.
And it's quite the defense. Like, Constantine is massive. It's not like you can like push him away and move in. So that's this attack on the allies' right looks extremely scary from my perspective. But
yes,
yeah. But I trust that Adam knows exactly what he's doing. So it's gonna be totally fine.
On the left side, the situation is a bit different because if we look at the most important locale is 105. And here there are some issues because Kienmeyer retreated, and so it has only 1 unit. So that corp is not very good for activation. And there is a unit on the top right that's defending from Saint-Hilaire. And that again, that's if it's a 2 strength unit, it's okay, because if Saint-Hilaire attacks with 1 3 strength infantry, it's defending the approach, so it would be a 2 strength, and so it would win. Also, if it's attacked with the cavalry, there is a cavalry penalty that is under the red piece. So if it's at least 2 strength for this turn, that piece is safe. But that approach that locale 105 is very difficult to defend because there are 5 approaches around. So on the left side, it can be attacked by Legrand, it can be attacked by the unit in 120. And all the other units are in reserve, and they can defend only with the 2 strength units. And we don't know how many they have. And also, you can defend with as many pieces as you want from corps, and only you can add 1 single unit that's detached. So it will be very difficult to defend the approaches on the left or on the bottom. Last thing, as you said before, there are 2 corps, Liechtenstein and Przybylski, that haven't moved yet. And that's because the difficulty for the allies is that they are worse at giving commands. While the French can activate all their corps every turn, the allies can only activate 5 out of 9. So they also have Miloradovich at the bottom. They're there, they could help, but who knows if they have enough orders to give them, or they will be stuck down there. That's one of the difficult decisions you have when you are the allied player.
It's going to be quite spicy. But yeah, I guess that's a good recap of the situation. As I said, it's now 9 a.m. And it's time for the allies to start their turn. As we were saying, 5 core activation and 3 independent moves. And I'm going to zoom out a bit. and I'm gonna ask you, Adam, to track their moves on the top, and I will focus on following the action for the stream. Yeah, and of course, if you're in the chat and you have any questions, feel free to ask. As I said last week, the 4 players are not experienced at all, but Alex, our facilitator, is, and he probably can answer some of your questions. And the other thing that you can do is maybe have your like go on BGG, take the visual player aids over there, and have them open while we're playing, so it would give you a better sense of what's happening as we play. Sounds good? Great. Jan, it's the floor is yours.
All right. I'll try my best here on the right flank. Okay, so in general, I think I need to somehow break through the lines here, but the problem is that we have like Murat here seems to be in quite a strong position in this town, and we have enough other cores that can like support. So I'm going to try to like go around the flanks a bit.
You can show the bottle, Adam.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're muted, so we don't know what you're saying.
The problem is that this label is like
it's
Bronner
impossible
Soap kind of situation. So it's actually a beer from a local Saison brewery. So yeah, I'll throw some of the text in the chat.
Great. Yeah, we can go back to the actual battle, sir.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. First things first.
Yeah.
So I think I want to try to get some attacks going here on 40, on 43. Is it? Did I? Wait,
I can see it.
It took a while for some reason.
So you're declaring an attack on that approach. It's a wide approach, I think. Yeah.
Yes, so he can attack with 2 units instead of 1, and now it's up to Adam decide what to do if he wants to defend or retreat.
Yeah, I think we'll probably get out of there. This is a Constantine activation. Well, we don't know what an activation it is, so we'll go ahead and do that retreat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're moving into the village in 44.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to flip over the piece, right?
Oh, yeah. We will turn it over.
We all know what it is, but so then this was a core command given to Constantine.
Okay.
And he will move here. Since the French retreated, can he move further by road, Alex?
No, because it can be only if it's all cavalry. If it's all cavalry, it would be a road attack, and so it could move forward.
Yeah, no, I'm not definitively answering that, but it's not moving further.
You choose to stop there.
Yeah, exactly. My cavalry wants to like take a hold. Okay, that was one core command.
And you're close to the stack limit here because it's 9, I believe, but that's 8 units, so you're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will move Miloradovic on the left. I will move him by road here and then here.
Okay. One important thing, it's Miloradovic is a corp with 2 or more units, so no other allied units can enter 84 and 74 this turn, because moving by road occupy all the space, and so no other red pieces can move into 74 or 84.
Mm-hmm.
So it was your second core move?
That was my second core move, and now I have to answer the hard questions.
Yeah.
Do I want to just risk an assault or do I not?
Violence. Go again.
I think I would just to show what happens. I guess I should do it. Although I think it's probably not good strategically. I will just try to hit.
Oh, declare an attack here. in the village where Murat is. I'm going to zoom in because a lot of things are going to happen here. So Colorat is attacking Murat in that small village.
Yeah, so I don't. I'm going to choose not to retreat from this space for reasons that would be obvious to those watching the stream. I hope we'll talk about this as things get revealed. And so the big question is how many people I want to throw up at that approach, and whether Murat is also going to go there, or we're just going to keep the two. Alex, could you talk a bit about that kind of strategic option here? Like, I could detach a couple and throw them there, or I could.
At the moment, you have to decide which pieces defend, how many. That's important because the one that defended that approach cannot defend the other approach this turn.
Right.
So if you think you will be attacked from more sides, then you have to keep some. So you're defending from reserve, so you can only use 2 strength pieces, and you can use as many as you want from corpse, so you could defend with all 3 of them. And you cannot, since it's blocked, under the Murat name, there is a little segment, half of a cross. That means that you cannot use a cavalry for defending, and you cannot also be attacked with cavalry. And here is important because you can only lead the defend with 1 piece, so you will turn one of those pieces. But since you're defending, you can counterattack with 1 or 2 pieces. So let's say you defend with all 3, and the attack goes on. You will turn 1, and then if you're losing, you can choose to turn another 1 or 2 of those pieces. They will all lose 1 step, the one counterattacking, but they will add, and then might help you win. So it's more a decision if you want to keep some because you think you will be attacked from other approaches. And then at the end, if it's a feint, at least one of the one you declared as defending, you have to move them to the approach. You can move all of them, but at least one you have to move.
So I think, Jan, I'm going to send 1. I'm going to send 2. There are 2 defenders, but I don't need to reveal them yet until we know whether it's a feint or not.
No, but you have to choose which of them are.
So you can slide them slightly on the side.
These 2.
Yeah, okay.
However I can make that work.
Yeah. Okay. So now, Alex, what do I have to do exactly?
You have to choose. You can declare a feint. The attack stops there, and Adam has to move one of those 2 pieces to the approach. Or you can go on. So what will happen is Jan will reveal 1 piece. Then you will say no. Then if you attack, you have to say with how many pieces you attack. And if you lose on top of the steps, those pieces will get detached from the Colorat corp. And then so first you have to say if you want to attack or feint. If you attack, Adam has to reveal 1 piece he wants to use for defending. After he reveals his pieces, you have to decide with how many pieces you will defend, and you can turn just 1.
Okay, so let's make a real attack here. No feinting this time. And I want to attack with 2 units.
Just for your information, if there is the first tiebreaker is if the defender, if you are on the same strength, the first tiebreaker is if the defender defends from the approach, and it's not that. The second tiebreaker is if you are if you have more pieces committed. The third tiebreaker is if it's French. So
you probably want 3 if you want to win a tiebreaker.
Okay, but wait, if I just commit all my units, will the core stay together?
Yes.
Well, not if you retreat, I guess.
No, I'm not. If I retreat, all of them get detached.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to retreat. Whatever. Let's attack with the whole bunch.
If
All right,
if,
thanks.
if you lose, they will all be detached.
There's no infantry penalty. I think I'll be fine. We'll see.
So you attack
Okay.
with
Sure you'll be fine.
you attack with 6.
Yes,
Yep.
and you can turn only one.
So I have to now turn 1, right?
No, first it's up to Adam to
Let's
turn. Adam has to turn 1.
Yeah.
Let's flip this one over. How about that?
So you're revealing a 2-step infantry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's up to Jan, and then Adam. If Adam is losing, he can choose to turn another piece and counterattack with the second piece he declared for the defense.
Okay.
You can only counterattack on a loss, right? So you can't add additional hits if you're already winning.
Okay. So there is one thing we didn't discuss. When you want to attack with the guard, you have to declare it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
you'll notice that that piece has a fancier X on it than the
Yeah.
pieces that I've got. That
So
means it's
this is the guard.
This is the guard. Yeah.
So if you are attacking, you're doing a normal attack now. We didn't. If you want to do a guard attack, you have to reveal it when you declare the approach. It's the only time in the game when you reveal a unit when you declare the approach in which you are attacking.
because you're trying to scare me by committing the guard. It also costs morale to commit the guard the first time.
Yeah, it does.
It commits. The only situation in which it doesn't cost morale yet is
if you win,
commits
yeah.
the guard and if Adam retreats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So shall we consider this a guard attack or not? What do we do?
We can consider it a guard attack and maybe add them if you want to retreat. In that case, that's fine.
Oh, but we were gonna show off the whole.
Yeah, but then go for the fight. Then they get the morale hit.
And when you the thing is that when there is a guard attack, all the 1 and 2 strength pieces revealed lose 1 step automatically.
So it's more relevant to retreat at that point. Is the tricky part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the 2 pieces you revealed would lose 1 automatically.
So that's
because
going to be
it's a guard attack.
Yeah, that's going to be quite weak.
If we're gonna make it a guard attack, can we go back and I'll commit 3, and then we can continue to do the assault, because I think that's
fair. Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't aware. So yeah, of course.
It's all right. So
Okay.
we're gonna lose a step from the revealed 2-step unit.
Yes. So you're going to lose a step, and the battle goes on. So the allies lose 4 morale because they committed the guard. So all the other units are saying, they are using the guard, so we are screwed. We are not doing well. All the allies are worried about that.
So you're
Okay.
down to 23.
That's right. We're winning.
Well, we're tied. We're still tied. So yeah, we're not winning yet.
Okay. Now the allies are winning 3-1.
Mhm.
Adam can choose to counterattack, revealing the other units, and each unit revealed must be of the same type, and each unit loses 1 step.
And doesn't the attacker has -1 for the attack? So isn't that 2-1 the initial result?
The initial result is 3-1 because it's a 3 strength guard against a 1 strength infantry.
Okay, you don't have a -1 for attacking with infantry.
No, because the approach was not blocked. Murai is
okay.
coming
Yeah.
from the reserve.
Okay.
Yeah. So the morale is defending from the reserve, so they had to form up at the line as the guard is forming up on the line. So we're going to run through it. It's going to be very sad for us, but that's okay. So I can reveal a couple of extra units. Each one of them is going to take a hit, and then the value afterwards is what we will end up using to calculate the battle results.
Yes, and the first tiebreaker is if the defender is on the approach, and it's not the case. The second one is who committed more pieces, and it's Jan.
Right. So if I choose not to counterattack here,
Yes.
then we're going to take the 2-point loss and end up retreating.
Yes.
You can see these units here. I believe the math is in my favor to not counterattack.
Agreed.
Okay, then that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take a loss and get blown out of here.
Yes.
So how do we proceed from there?
So you lose. So you have to reveal all the units and retreat.
Yeah. So we reveal that I've got a couple more infantry in here.
Yes. So there are no units that were not committed that are retreating. So you don't take extra step losses because they already took the loss.
Awesome.
So Murat can go only to 75.
Right. Because there's only one possible location for him. And
all the units but one are detached from Murat.
And I get to choose which one. So I can keep the double there. Okay.
Yes. And you lose one morale because you lost the battle, and so you lost one step.
We were on the same thing, so I'll do it that way.
Yes, but you revealed one defending unit, so also the allies lose one step.
And it has to be from the lead unit, right?
Yes. So and there are no reduced guard, so that 3 strength guards becomes a 2 normal infantry
automatically.
Yeah, and then all those pieces move into 85.
Ooh, that's a
bad.
problem.
Like 4, right?
Yeah. What happens to the 2 that can't fit?
They can go there. Oh, that's
Jan, you committed 4 because 4 is correct. Like so the deal with this is that 4 is enough to beat the tie.
Yes.
So that's all that you had to commit.
Yes.
You're gonna detach 2, which is kind of sad.
Exactly. Otherwise, you lost them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then.
Yes.
All right. Oopsie.
Yeah, we did a little bit of take backsies, but that's fine.
Casual game.
And
all part of the plan, the French plan. It's a genius plan, you see.
Yeah.
Yes, and now let's say 85. I think that's the one in which Kolovrat went is at capacity. But even if it wasn't at capacity, since there's been a battle there, no other unit can enter it for this turn.
Okay.
Because it moved into where there was a battle. Yeah.
So it's a pretty straightforward. Like this is going to sound really funny, but it's a pretty straightforward assault rule. It's just comparing individual numbers. The trouble is there are many decisions in all of the steps, and they're all impactful. And so if you understand the process, you can basically do almost any Napoleonic grand tactical thing, but you have to understand the process first, for sure.
Yes. And another thing is all the 3 units from Murat that are now in 75, if 75 gets attacked, they cannot defend because they retreated from a battle.
Oh.
So you're in a good spot here.
That's juicy.
And you've got 2 units that haven't moved in 97.
Well, he's also got the person on the approach in the
97 is is too far, right, to attack. It's too
it depends. It depends if you have cavalry. If you have cavalry, you can attack the approach from 87, 86 to 75.
Yeah, one from 97 and one from I don't know the number below Bagration.
Yeah. So I have this unit here, but since when it attacks, it is not. Wait, there's no one in the approach. Well, but if the unit that can defend is it? Well, I don't think I wanted to attack.
So the person on that approach, first, even if there was somebody on the approach from my side, you wouldn't take the penalty because they're not forming up. Like they're not infantry trying to make it to there. They're already ready to go. The tricky thing is when you get me to retreat, I get a lot of choices for those movements, and so maybe I will move to places that you don't want me to be.
if you attack in 75, Adam, if has the advantage because it's French, because you're attacking one unit with one unit.
Yeah.
So if you are same strength, it will
Makes
be
sense.
Adam winning that.
Yeah, and also this place looks just like a hot mess. I want to leave it alone and want Adam to take care of it, honestly. So I think I will just walk around it. So I will do something very boring, and I will move Bagration back from the approach to the reserve. Because this looks like madness to me. So I want to have him more flexible.
So that's 4 corpse orders that you've done.
I'm sorry, Matthias. Yeah,
I will note. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's 1 core order for Matthias. Well, Jan is maybe not done yet. Maybe he's gonna do
No,
Yeah.
I am done. I am done now.
All right.
Okay. No independent moves. Nothing.
No independent moves.
Okay. So we're going
Okay.
on the left.
So I have 1 core command and 2 independent left, right?
3
Yeah,
independent.
3 independent moves.
3 independent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the weird marker up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, that I hope for more core commands, so I need to complain maybe.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
not allowed to complain.
Oh, sorry.
That's communication, Matthias. You have to take it and you have to take it and shut up about it.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can't send messages back up to the commander. So
Okay.
Your complaint will reach me next round.
Next round, yeah. But on the other side, I still have my orders for my Supreme Commander, and I don't know. Okay, should I follow them now again, or should I do something different? Because they are now old commands. I'm a bit at what to do with 105. And maybe I won't use my core command for this, to do anything in 105. And I'm thinking about getting Liechtenstein into the game over here. See correctly that I could move Liechtenstein by row to 121.
Yep.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But on the other side, I could also think about getting a bit more involved on the right side, because maybe I could do something, not now, but in the future, to stop Van Dam from moving into 38 and then attacking Jan from the left side. Maybe this is an idea as well. But I think I will start with moving Liechtenstein to 121. So this core command is done, right?
Okay, and so 106 and 121, nothing can move in there because he moved by road through 106.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, what to do now here in 105? There are 2 approaches that could be attacked anytime. And I have Kienmeyer. Okay, and attaching is a core command, right? So I can't reinforce.
Yes, Kienmeyer you can, because with a corp command you can attach one single unit that is in the same position, so you could attach just one to Kienmeyer. And then consider if you have some attacks, you can defend with 2 strength units, and each defense can be how many units you want from corpse, and 1 detached unit. So you couldn't defend in an attack with the 2 detached units that are down close to Kienmeyer.
So I can't defend with the... Yeah.
Not both of them in a defense, because you can have as many pieces as you want from your corpse, plus 1 detached unit. And if you defend from the reserve, they can only be 2 strength.
Okay, maybe I will try 2 things. First, I will declare an attack on the other side of the side and declare an attack here.
Interesting.
Very nice.
In that case, I will retreat. So I'm gonna show my piece. And this is turnover block, and I'm going to move in 72.
Okay, and I have new follow-up, right?
Yeah, because I retreated.
Yeah. Okay, and then I just need. That's the only thing.
If that was cavalry, you could keep going.
If it is cavalry, where could keep going to?
You could attack Van Damme.
Yeah, because you would be along the road.
Yes.
Okay. The thing is, I didn't really got the battle mechanic right, because
it would be a feint.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So then it's up to Van Damme to decide. If it retreats, it will be divided. Each piece will be detached, or he has to commit at least one unit to the approach. It's a way to have the corpse being detached piece by piece.
Okay, but is there a penalty for them when? No, there's none for attacking.
I mean,
right?
there won't be a battle anyway, because it's a road attack by a cavalry, so it will be a feint. There will be no battle.
Okay. Oh, well, then I probably should do it, right? There's nothing could go wrong. Okay, then turn it over. Here it is.
And now I decide if I want to defend or retreat.
Yes.
The thing is that if I decide to defend, I don't think he has a shot at attacking me from 93, because there is no possibility for a road attack from there.
Correct.
Yeah, so I will defend with everything.
Okay. It's a feint.
Yep.
And so you have to decide, you can move all three to the approach or just one?
I will move all three.
Okay.
Okay. Where am I? Okay, and I have one independent command left now. What can I do with this one? I'm not sure if I should do something against the unit in 120 to get a bit of room over there. But I don't have any core command left. So, meaning I could only attack with those two units here, right? With the one.
Yeah. Oh, you could do it. You could detach a unit from one of the cores. You could detach a unit
from Kemmeyer because it's the last one.
Yeah, but I mean
from Doktorov.
From Doktorov, you could, yeah.
Yes.
Or even Langeron.
Or from Langeron, you could move one. It would not be able to attack 120 because there is no road from 94 to 120. But you could move one unit from Langeron to 105 if you want.
And the unit in the defense, or from the defense locale from 49, the lone guys here.
94, you mean?
94, yeah.
Yeah, 94, sure.
The one in the approach
could move back into reserve.
Could we move back to reserve or to 83?
20.
Or to the reserve of 83?
Yeah, so 94 or 83.
Or back to the reserve of 94.
It's like attacking in column versus attacking in line, right?
So when it's on the approach, it can go back to the middle, to the reserve of the locale, or it can move in the locale it's facing.
Yeah, I will have it back in the reserve.
Okay.
Not sure if that was a good idea, but let's see.
We'll find out.
Right. Should be an educational game, so.
So, do I get to flip my Marat pieces back down now?
You should
wait until the end of the turn.
Yes. Usually, after each action, you flip them back. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if after retreating we keep them face up just to pay attention to that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's as you like it.
Cool. All right, we are gonna use.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
we're back to the French side.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and threaten right here.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. Makes sense, I guess.
We got to stabilize.
So I have to decide with how many pieces I want to defend this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can choose. I can choose all of them. I kind of don't want my core to be split. So I guess I will just say all of them.
Okay.
All right. Let's. I had a plan. It was a really good one. Okay. We're also coming in. We are going to throw this one into
No,
it.
wait, no, go back.
Go back. Yeah.
Going back.
So
Going back. And then what's the next step?
Now, are you fainting or
No.
do you keep going?
Oh, defense leading units first. Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the defense has to turn one. It's a narrow approach, so the defense has to turn one.
It's narrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Because we've got the lake protecting our flank on one side, and
Yeah.
the other side.
Okay. So and now you have to.
And now I can throw my leading units in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be this one,
That's
and it's the
not
same
looking
kind of
great.
situation as the town.
So now it's the French are winning, and it's 3-3. So
3-2.
3-2 because
3-2. Yes, and you have to be 4-3 to win, because same number of units, and it's the French that's involved, so it will win the ties. So you have to reveal at least 4 strength.
To counter
let's say two pieces of 2, or a pieces of 3 and a piece of 2 from the 2 that you haven't revealed yet. They have to be of the same type.
Counterattack, yeah.
Yes, you have to reveal the counterattack. They have to be of the same type, and they must be at least strength 2. They will each lose 1 step.
And if I retreat, how many steps will I lose?
So you will both lose 1 step because you both had 1 leading attacker. Plus, you will lose 1 step because it's 3-2, the difference in strength. So you will lose 2 steps. And since they were all committed to the attack, you will not have other from the retreat, because that will be all.
Okay.
So that piece is gone if you at the moment, because and you will lose 2 morale as allies.
I think I just want to charge in there.
Okay, so you do the counterattack then.
I
So
will
you can
counterattack.
Reveal 1 or 2 non-lead that are the same type.
So those will become 1
steps. Yeah.
Yes. And so you win. The French lose 1 step because there was 1 leading unit in the defense,
and then 1 more,
and 1 because of the difference in strength, and all the pieces get detached.
Do they both have to come from this 3? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there was a small strategic mistake by Adam. Can I say?
Yeah. I've got a second piece that I'm going to do, but go ahead.
Okay, you will do it now, probably.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, but you could have done it already before.
But
well,
wait,
yeah.
I have to take a step loss first with 1 unit, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like
so the French lose 2 steps of morale.
Right. And he's all on that approach now, right?
No, he has to move at least 1.
I will move exactly 1,
including the counterattack. So that's where I messed up then. Because my thought was
I'm pretty sure. I will check again, but I'm pretty sure that you don't have to move the counterattack.
okay. No big deal. I'll talk about my thought process, and I'm happy with the mistake being a mistake.
But I think it's better for you this way.
Okay. So my, well, yeah.
But I mean, can't you just attack with 72 if I had all my pieces in the approach?
Sorry, all those pieces cannot defend. So 72, you will have.
Oh, they can't defend either.
Yeah,
Right.
because you committed them all. He could have
Sure.
fainted, and then come in from 72, and you had to retreat.
So yeah, and I'm not personally allowed to move the unit in 72 because that's my subordinate's unit. But I don't have to give him any commands. I appreciate you calling that out so that I don't have to worry about it. But this is commander first and then sub-commander makes some of these options very difficult, right?
Yeah, because 72 is the piece in 72 is closer to Van Damme, and so only Fred can move that.
I was a bit annoyed by this when Adam started his move because I thought that he would need that piece for doing just that. But yeah,
it would be nice, but this is we're in a useful situation either way. And then doing some counting. So go ahead and mark Lon as okay. We're good there. I can't move that piece. I'm a little bit low on some of these, which is okay. We can kind of pester Constantine, I guess. We have...
Yeah, this one should actually be hidden. The piece in 44.
Oh, yeah. For the rest of Lon's pieces, do they have to get revealed as part of that retreat, as part of that dropping back and detaching?
Not sure. I don't
think so.
Okay. So yeah, then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and threaten right here.
Mm-hmm. Let me check what the thing is. Do these matter, or do these only matter when we're in the approach? The disadvantages. Alex.
Well, it matters if you fight, but you're probably not gonna fight.
If you fight,
we're ready. We're ready. This is Valmy all over again.
Both of you cannot reveal cavalry units.
Because so he can't reveal because, of course, I don't know that he has cavalry. So I will defend with one unit.
You're not going to retreat?
Nope.
Okay. So we're fainting.
Oh, wait! I could just forward retreat, right?
Sorry.
That would break up your core if you retreat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was confused. Really small core, maybe, but yeah.
Constantine doesn't want to retreat.
No.
Although it will be really funny, and maybe it would show the audience what happens. That's really what we're here for. So that person's going to get stuck, or somebody's going to get stuck on the approach here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's really the goal. And that's one independent. I think I'm happy using another independent. And
you need to reveal that it was cavalry now.
Oh yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
it's a feint. Yeah, sure. Right. Sorry.
Yeah. Any unit could be there and do this.
Yeah, because he didn't do a road attack.
Yeah.
He attacked from the ancient locale.
It was all part of the plan, Fred.
Could he feint back? Could he feint back between 44 and 29?
No, because that unit has already been activated for one attack.
Okay.
Like marking it as having been activated is you just have to remember. But that's one of the nice things about playing multiplayer is that we have a much smaller area of the map to worry about for sure. I want to use so many independent moves, and I want to leave Fred with enough that he can do stuff. So we'll leave it alone. I'm going to use a Marat core move to attach, probably. Seems reasonable enough. I guess the big question that I'm trying to think through is whether it's more efficient of me to use Marat, to start reattaching Marat with all of the threats around, or whether I need to move them into a better spot and then try and reattach from somewhere else, which is tricky. So that's fine.
Yes, because if you move, you won't attach now.
Exactly. The large numbers are not historically significant because they're just to give us a unique value. Like you could use the names of the spaces that are already in there, so that's okay. I think what we're also going to do is we're going to activate Bessier and throw him into the town here.
Nice.
And the French, remember that you have also some reinforcements. It will change the flavor of the game, but you can bring in reinforcements when you want.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
At any moment, we'll consider it. We just need to do it at a very impactful time so we can freak somebody out. We will do an attach. Oh, it just feels so bad.
Well, the good thing is that we have a lot of core moves. So
yeah, so we'll use Marat's move to do the attach, and we'll suffer for it later. And we've used Bessier's move to get into the town. And then I have one more independent that I would feel okay using. Let me get an eye on how many independent moves Fred might want.
what if he's just out there being funny?
Oh, now that I'm here, I can yell at this cavalry to do something, can't I?
Yeah, now 72 is managed by Bessier.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and
No.
And do this threat.
Okay, so Jan, those 3 units already defended, so you have to retreat.
Yep. And by then, if I retreat with the unit in approach, it's destroyed, right?
So
This one.
the unit in the approach will take 1 hit because it's an arrow. So the unit from 72 is coming through a narrow approach. So all units in the approaches get 1 hit. And if there is at least 1 infantry in the reserve, it will take 1 hit. So you will take 1 hit in the reserve and 1 hit in the approach. So 2 units are gone.
This is gone. This is gone.
Yes.
And this poor Miloradovic will retreat. Where will he go? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Yeah.
He's dead anyway.
The allies lose 2 morale.
And this is going to have to move in here, and I don't have to reveal it because this was a successful attack, and I wasn't doing anything fancy.
Yes.
Importantly, I couldn't have moved that through the town at that point on the road because Bessier just moved in there, which stops additional movement.
Yes.
Cool. So this could be anything you have.
I already moved the morale thing.
Oh yeah, sorry. You can put it back then.
Well, nice try, Fred. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You know how I play, Adam.
Go ahead, Alex. Actually,
you moved. You didn't move by road, so it was blocked only because it was at capacity because there are 4 units inside.
Interesting. Okay, that's useful to know. There was a road there, but I didn't technically do a road move because it was only 1 step. Okay,
yes,
sure, that makes sense. And that's 2 core moves. That's all of my relevant core moves. That is 2 independent moves. And so I think I will pass turn to Fred at that point.
Woo. Interesting. Okay. How many independent moves I have left?
2.
I have 2. That should be enough. I'm gonna declare an attack on that approach here between 120 and 121. So that's for Matthias.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to defend that one.
So you're going to defend
with
How
2
many?
units.
with
2
2 units.
units.
Okay.
If you're attacking from 120 and it's a feint, you don't have to reveal it.
No, I'm not attacking from 120. I'm attacking from 119. And it was a feint.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn over the block and show that it was a cavalry.
Yes.
So that was an independent command then.
That was an independent, yeah.
Yes. And so, Matthias, you have to decide how many of those two move to the approach.
Both. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh.
Both.
Okay.
And will you move Liechtenstein with them or just the 2 units?
If I understood correctly, I should use Liechtenstein as well.
It depends. If you have more mobility, if you want to move the corp from the reserve.
Okay.
It depends what you want to do in the coming hours, in the next turns.
One way or the other, 2 units are getting detached, right? So
Yes.
if you're only moving 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I put Liechtenstein there. Let's see how I get going.
Okay. I'm gonna align you with the approach.
Thank you.
Wait. Oh yeah, I need to separate those two because so those are here, those are here. It's getting messy. Can I? Oh yeah, my God.
Just like a real battlefield.
There is, if you go with the right side, there is a line to the approach. There is in the menu when they are there.
Yeah, but that's fine. It's just doing some tricky business right now. I'm not sure why. It doesn't want to align with the approach. That's a bit odd. If I do this and I say that all of them are coming in, yeah, okay, that works. And I'm gonna put those ones in the back like this. Whew. I'm gonna clean up the moves just to make it a bit clearer. Okay, so this is done. Now I'm gonna declare an attack on that approach.
It's serious over here.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to defend with 1 unit.
It was a feint, so you can place it here.
Sure.
Okay. And now, okay, now I need to think about the order of this. So, Alex, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that attacking from 104 to 105 with Saint-Hilaire is probably not a good idea because there is already a unit there.
Yes, if that's at least a 2-strength unit, you will lose.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And it's going to give, because it's prepared in defense, it's going to give -1 to my attacks, right?
To your infantry attacks.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's not a good idea, but I'm happy that this unit is stuck there. Then on the left, from 119 to 105, I know that Doktorov only has 2 units.
And he can also add to make number 1 of those independents.
Oh, he could add 1 of the independents.
Yes, and he could also add the unit from Kemmeier because you can commit as many as you want.
That are just in reserve. So actually attacking from 119 to 905 is risky, right?
Well, it's another way to make the corps get divided or committed.
Yeah, but I mean, I already broke them down completely almost. So do I need to do this?
Well, you could also, like, one of the tricky things here is that even if you just declare the threat,
it could be a feint.
Yeah. Yes. And you can wait until after he says how many units are going to go up there.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna declare an attack on this approach now. 119. 119 to 105.
Mhm.
Alex, when you play this in person, do you use like pawns to declare this kind of stuff, or is it just kind of a point of finger? Or...
You point your finger and you remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Doctorov is going to defend.
So now 2 units are defending.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to do the math here.
He can counter. He can only reveal 2 strength units.
Sorry. And I can attach one of these guys, right? From the...
You're not going yet there. No, you don't attach it.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
If it goes to the approach, it will be in the approach, but it will be detached.
Oh, interesting.
Matthias can turn
declaring...
one piece, and then he can turn another one to defend.
So you're declaring you're declaring 3 units right now, or 2?
Yeah.
2.
You're declaring 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if it's even, and you're attacking with Legrand, you will win. Because
I will win the tie. So I will go on. I will go on with the attack then.
Just for instance, I should have better committed 3 then.
Yes.
If you were intending to win the fight, then 3 would be necessary for the tie. Yeah.
The chance would be more on your side.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So he's declaring 2. I'm declaring that it's not a feint and I actually attack. So now the defender needs to reveal a unit, right?
Yes, you need to reveal the one of the 2 that will attack, and then it has to be at least a 2 strength. And so then if you have
the lead defending, that's what he's reading.
Yes.
Yeah, not.
And since he's defending from the reserve, it must be at least a 2 strength unit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I reveal one of mine.
Yes. Okay. So you're attacking with Legrand, and then if you don't have a 3 strength unit, you will lose. But probably you would have revealed it earlier.
Yeah, because this is the counterattack push, right? And you'll lose 1 from the counterattack, no matter what.
Yes.
And then the final strength of that is going to get added. Yeah. And you need to beat the tie.
Yeah.
So,
and in case of tie,
so I reveal the second.
Sorry.
So I will reveal the second unit.
You shouldn't do it
unless it's a 3 strength unit.
Unless it's a strength.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That would be a good trap. Yeah. If it was...
yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but it's
I see it. So.
Jan, you're not supposed to watch the stream.
I see.
Oh no, you're seeing yours. You're seeing yours. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so the French win because it's 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
So you both lose 1 step.
Yep.
And okay, and so we can do that. The allies lose 1 morale because of this, because they lost the battle and lose 1 step, and now we have to do everything for the retreat. So you have to reveal all the pieces
in the whole area, right?
Yes, you have to reveal them all.
Everyone in 105.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's see.
So the one in the reserve are 3 1 strength cavalry. So since they're cavalry, they won't take any more hits. The cavalry in the bottom left, since it's defending and Legrand is coming through an arrow approach, will take 1 hit. So that 2 strength cavalry will go down to 1, and the allies will lose 1 morale for that. And the same happens to the 2 strength infantry on the top right.
So that's going to
another morale loss.
Another morale loss, yeah.
That is brutal.
So in total, it's 3 morale lost. And all those units have to move. The unit with the Doctorov will be detached. So you have to choose between the 1 infantry and the 2 strength infantry which will stay with
Stay with
Doctorov.
Doctorov.
And all the units must be moved. They can also retreat to different locale, so they can go to 121 and to 94. You can split them.
Oof, to 121 and to 94. Okay. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah, 94's got a massive stacking limit, so that's not a problem. 121 can handle 9, so you could put almost all of them there.
Yeah, five more in 121.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Such a dangerous spot.
Yeah. Things I have now. It's a situation where I don't have enough knowledge of this game to know what will potentially can happen. So I would just do something.
Legrand will go in 105. So you will be attacked probably from 105 to 121 in the future turns.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So you have to be careful on that approach. And then also 94 can start becoming attacked from 93 and 105. And you also have to consider that the one-strand infantry can do almost nothing. While the one-strength cavalry you can use to go around and do some feints and do some road attacks.
So you almost want to split the cavalry up so
Yeah.
you have more options, right?
Yes. The
But
cavalry
try
is
to
yes.
regroup the infantry together.
Yeah.
So basically,
But I guess
all the sorry.
Yeah. So go on.
All the one strength infantry can do is basically like hunker down and try to like defend some line, because they can only stay in the approach, right? They can't even defend from a reserve, so they're pretty useless, right?
Yes, and they should be defended by other pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, but I guess the cavalry is, if I put it in 121, it's losing much of its space to maneuver. I think, right?
For example, you can put 1 in 121 and 3 in 94. You don't have to put them all in the same locale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or 2 and 2, as you prefer.
But it looks like 94 is a better spot for harassing French corps.
Yeah, unless you want to go 136, 143, 135, and then it will take some time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And
Hi, Alistair.
Something like this.
Yeah.
Not a bit messy here, but we can clean it up later.
Yeah.
Yeah. My position mentally for war games is I try to think about things outside of the rules, and like I feel like you can almost do that with this one in the where do I need my cavalry to poke holes in the opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just all those little tactical things that make me worry that I'm missing something for those updates, for sure.
Yeah, most of the cavalry and the one strength for more than that is that you want to do feints so that you divide the large corps. That's their use.
And yes, disconnecting a whole corps is really rough.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm just never going to get my folks together on the right. So
no.
And you even have the advantage as the French that you can activate every corps.
Yeah, every corps.
If the allies lose a corps, like it gets split,
it's just never gonna
impossible to recover. It seems like.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. I like it as a kind of a cliff of game design, where you play right up next to the edge of it.
Yeah, and now since there was a battle and the attacker went in, no one can go into 105. Fred, you couldn't move Sunny Lair into 105.
Yeah, sure. And that's okay. Now I'm wondering, so those units, Vendôme, that are already on the approach, they could move in 83 now. and
you could declare an
declare.
attack in that approach if you want.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to threaten first.
Yes.
I'm going to threaten, but I think there is no chance.
Can you let me see just what's below? Okay. Yes. So there is below a cavalry penalty. So if they attack with cavalry, there will be 1 less strength, but they have 3. So if they attack with a 3 cavalry, you should have a 3 piece. If they attack with a 3 infantry, you have no chance surviving in 83.
So either way, you're gonna die.
Probably going to retreat, right?
Yeah, I would retreat because if I got it correct, if it's an infantry, they won't lose a step, right?
Yeah, if it's
Sorry?
an infantry, you won't lose a step. Yeah, you can just retreat for
If it's a
free.
cavalry.
Cavalry, yes.
Mm.
You reveal it and you retreat. Then you can go to
95 for.
Yeah, that's the only. Oh, you could
You
retreat
could go
north
to 72, right?
to
yes, or
72.
94.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think 72 is a bad spot, to be honest.
No, I like.
It's very interesting, the like backwards retreating.
Yeah.
Gosh.
But yeah, we would need so many more independent commands now. It's insane.
Yeah.
Morale is gonna go down quickly.
Okay, so that's that. So that was my. So I did my Legrand move. I did my Vandamme move. And now I need to do my last one is Saint-Hilaire.
Yes.
And I think that Saint-Hilaire is going to be in a better spot in 93. And I think I'm happy with that. And those are all of my core moves, and I don't have any independent moves available, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. But I guess that's it for 9 a.m. Pretty eventful 9 a.m. A lot of things happened.
Showing stuff off.
That was quite spicy. I'm gonna.
Matthias and I sacrificing ourselves to show off the rule set, I think, is how we played this one.
Very noble. Just take one for the cause.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you're crazy. So I was wondering if you. So just to think back about this round now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. I clicked the mask call. Can I undo it? Sorry.
Yeah. If sure. Mask call, yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking. So when you attack Adam on 74, I was wondering if you couldn't have moved Bessières first, then feint with that cavalry unit here.
That's what Alex was thinking. Yeah.
And then because I was thinking that you were going to do something like this.
But it was when after Adam attacked from 65.
But I thought before attacking from 65, I was expecting him to move Bessières from 64 to that village, then activate that unit in 72 to do a feint.
Yeah.
And then attack from 65 to 74.
That was one option. But also he could have feinted instead of going on with the attack and leave it to you to come down from 72. Because that units were already committed, the defending unit.
Yeah. But that was quite an interesting move. But in the end, it did turn out okay, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that I was thinking about what happened to Matthias in 105. The thing is that all the remaining units were cavalry, so he could not really have committed 3 because then his counterattack would have been infantry and cavalry, which he couldn't have done anyway, right?
Yeah, it has to be the same unit type.
Yeah, so actually the choice for Matthias was limited.
No, I think he could because he had 2 infantry units for counterattack with Doktorov.
No, he only had 2 available infantry units overall. All the other ones were cavalry. The other 2 infantry were already stuck on on
Yes.
an approach.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have turned them. But if he had the 3 units defending, he would have turned only 2. But it would be 3 against 3. But he would have had 3 pieces. So he would do the 1 because he had committed more pieces to defense than the 2 pieces in the attack.
But the problem is that to have 3 pieces, yeah, but he wouldn't have had the strength necessary to push back.
He would have, because the leading unit would have been 2.
Yeah.
And then he would have counterattacked with that 2 strength infantry that would have been reduced to 1. So it would have been 3 against 3. And if he committed 3 pieces,
he could have committed the cavalry just to break the tie.
Yeah, it wouldn't have gotten the counterattack from it.
But he would. But then again, we would have had because he would have been 2 to 3 pieces. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, because I was thinking that, well, in 105, Matthias didn't make any mistake because it was a different type. So I thought that he couldn't actually link them. But yeah, okay, I understand that the number of pieces, now it finally clicks why the number of pieces is important and how you can actually use a shitty unit to do something.
Yeah, even throwing the 1 infantry gives you the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. But
just for understanding, if I had committed the 3rd unit, which I didn't do, the situation would be different now, right?
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been different because you would have 1. Because even if you didn't reveal it for the counterattack, you would have more units defending than I had attacking. But yeah.
Well, the other end of that is that if he had committed the 3rd unit, you would have fainted instead.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing. So if you have defended with 3, I would have fainted, and I would
even
have
if all 3 of them had in the hidden state been single power infantry, right?
Because, yeah, exactly. And this is where the poker thing comes up. I think. Yeah, it's so spicy. This game. It is. It is so spicy. But this attack on 105. I've been planning it since the beginning of the game. Like, it took me a really, really long time, and I was pretty sure that if Matthias committed 3 units, I would have fainted and waited for 10 a.m. to actually attack, because I think that I could have kept on completely, like, cutting into pieces his stuff. But
gotta wait for the ground to dry, just a little bit longer. And things will be fine.
But it's really hard. And there was someone who was saying in the chat, and I thought it was a really good analogy. Where was it? That so he was saying, every time I play this game, it reminds me of peeling a banana. You want to attack a core, but you want to peel it first, and you really have that feeling like you're peeling layer after layer after layer of a core before you actually go and strike it, which is pretty interesting. That's quite something. But yeah. Alex, we wanted to talk about how to use artillery well in this game.
So in this game, you don't use artillery that much, as you saw. You use it more in Marengo, because Marengo is more the 2 corps. There are no corps in Marengo, but the pieces face each other in a sort of stalemate at the beginning in the approach, and so you use the artillery in Marengo. Here, it's you can use it if you have a corps attacking another corps, and you are the defending with artillery and move it to the approach. Otherwise, if you are the other player see that you go to the approach, and they often move away, and that's why artillery is not used that much. You can use it sometimes defending, because if you are defending with artillery, you take 1 less step loss. So if you win with artillery, that's good. Otherwise, yes, it's you should have it maybe if you have it in a small corp and someone attacks you and feints, and then you move to the approach, you will hit with artillery the turn later. But if you position your artillery before, the other player understands it and just moves away. So it's quite difficult to use artillery. And then there is the Santon artillery on the right, which was useful because it blocks the main road. That threat blocks the main road, and so you don't use it, but the other player feels it.
Yeah, and it's almost that because you have the possibility of having artillery, it forces certain moves, just like saying, oh, I'm going to defend with 3 pieces. Well, what's the worst case for those 3 pieces? You almost have to act that way. Like when Bagration was moving north into 55 earlier in the game. Like if I go and try and take that space, there's weirder things that happen for sure.
Mm-hmm. And it's also a choice. I think it gets interesting when you do the strategy and decide where to put every single piece. Because oftentimes you decide to have the guard and the heavy cavalry behind because you don't want to lose morale, or you can have them in front. Again, the artillery. Do you put them with Bagrazzi or Constantine, very large corps, and everyone is going away, escaping from them, or do you put them in smaller corps? So maybe you can do that sneak attack.
Yeah, that's pretty, yeah. So what should we do? Should we go and try to plan for when you're back from Tuscany, Adam, to go and try to have a session where we stay a bit longer and we do 10 a.m., 11 a.m. and see how things unfold?
Sounds great to me.
Yeah. How does everyone feel about that?
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a series for the next couple of months, just going through this, because now I really want to see how it's gonna unfold. Like, it's really exciting because I feel like the French got a slight edge this turn, but I don't. But when I'm looking at what's happening on the right of the Allies and what we have on our left, I'm really thinking really soon we're going to have to bring in reinforcement because we're not going to hold at all. And like the decisions that's going to be, and I'm curious to see what order Adam had planned for me for next round. Because I think it's going to get, and even on the left, it looks like it's going well, but the Allies have a lot of strength and I'm not that strong. And even though I pushed back, it doesn't look very solid, and I'm really worried about what Matthias can do actually in those spaces. So yeah, I'm really curious to see how it's gonna all unfold. I think, yeah. How do you guys feel?
Happy that my psychological approach to the game works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this has moved really, really smoothly. Having Alex on board to help out for sure. Like, the amount of complexity in the procedure just coming from scratch, I would get so lost immediately. Like being used to heavy games and being used to Napoleonics, there's just so many decisions that actually matter as compared to a bunch of the decisions I make in OCS where, half of these are like, well, obviously you do this all the time and it's not really a question. So that's
the thing. It's really interesting. Like, as you say, if I compare it to another Austerlitz game that I like a lot, Rising Eagles by Walter Wejdowski, like, it's a lot more complex in terms of rules, but most of what you do when you play is pretty standard stuff. Like, you're moving your counters on hexes and everything, and maybe sometimes you have like the attack sequence is a bit procedural and everything, but like, you don't make that many decisions when you're doing it. Whereas here, the game looks really simple, but everything that you have to think about is very impactful. There is nothing that is just, oh, I'm going to move pieces around and I'm going to attack an approach. Everything has to be thought out so much that my brain hurts after just playing one round. Like,
from the first round, I thought, okay, it's interesting how the positioning of the course looked like, and okay, what to do now? And I really like, I don't know much team games like this, but I really like this team mechanism here, how it really encourages you to even have even more decisions.
Yeah.
And really watch, okay, what's your partner doing? What could he potentially be doing? How can I assist him maybe? And I think that's really clever, really clever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm again, I don't know many team games, but I think that's really, really a good approach here. Really like that.
Yes.
Yeah. How is it for you, Jan, to actually have to make the decision each round? How painful it is?
Yeah, I mean, It is really painful in a way because I got kind of carried away last turn with my
Yeah, you
fork almost.
definitely did. When I saw you doing your stuff, I was like in my head, I was like, this is gonna be good. He's using all of the moves. That's really good. Yeah.
Because on the one hand, you want to like achieve actual things on your flank, but then you have to somehow balance like the potential of like the other player achieving something on their front. It's like, yeah, it's like mind games in a way. What is everyone planning to do, and not just. I mean, I was mostly looking on my stuff because it's the first time I'm playing this. But I think if you play better than I do, you have to take all this into account a bit more.
Well, and the player ordering is so crazy too, right? Because the commander has to go first, just has to go first. And because the commander's going first, there's a lot of interactions like the one that we found with Fred and me going and dealing with this stuff that made it very difficult. Just a lot of things to think about for sure.
And I must say, Adam, I think you've been an amazing leader. I cannot complain. Each time you did something and you gave me exactly the number of orders I had in mind, and I was like, oh, it's like he's reading my mind. So I've been really happy. But yeah, that was
my communication has been less than useful, but at least I can give you orders.
But it shows that we're in sync. You know, when I get an order from you and I realize that you asked me to do the thing that I already did, I'm like, yeah, that's a like good relationship. We're bonding over this game, Adam. We're bonding. That's great. But yeah, that's awesome. So we'll try to find a time for after Adam is back from holidays to actually have another session. Hopefully, we'll stay a bit longer to play a couple of rounds. I want to see this game to the end. So if you want to see the future of this and see us becoming better and better as we play at this game, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the show, you can donate on Ko-fi. There should be a Ko-fi link in the description. And if you do, you'll have access to the server. And if you have access to the server, well, you'll be able to chat with all the nice people that were here on the stream tonight, because all of them are members of the Homo Ludens Discord community. But yeah, it was awesome. Once again, Alex, thanks so much for facilitating this and helping us through it. I would say one thing for people watching who are wondering how things are happening when we're doing combat specifically. There is an annotated versions of the rules on BGG, and at the end of those rules, there is the flow chart that explains each step of the attack and what each player can do and not do, and what are the consequences of this. And for me, it really changed the way I saw battle. It really helped me wrap my head around what a battle is like. But yeah, so have a look at this. So next time we play, you have it in mind and you can follow through while we're doing those things. But yeah, I'm super excited. And the other thing that I would like to say is that it looks like it's a very long game because we're playing over Vassal and we chat a lot. But I would say that in person, it looks like it's a lot faster. And I don't know if you would say that's correct, Alex.
No, there is quite some analysis paralysis at the beginning, until you get the rules right. It takes some time. Once you know, maybe in 2 you can do it in 4 hours or less.
Yeah.
In play, it's more like a convention or a afternoon or long day game.
Well, I'm gonna play it at PunchCon this year. It's gonna be a 2v2, and we have planned for the whole afternoon for it. So I hope it's gonna be hope it's gonna be enough. But I think that all the people who are gonna play will have at least a bit of experience playing it. So hopefully it will go. It will go faster. And I would send picture Alex, so I will let you know how it's going. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to be playing with Pierre, so that's going to be fun. Yeah. The 2 Frenchies are going to be playing the French, so that's going to be nice. Yeah, in a convention in the UK, so that's going to be cool.
Yeah, it doesn't have to go to the end. It can be bloody, and the morale can go down pretty.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was thinking, is that actually, like, morale is going, as I expected, is going down way faster than it's going a lot faster than you can expect in the beginning. I mean, yeah, like it's -9 morale already for the allies, and we're only at 9 a.m. Well, we're going to 10 a.m. now, but still, that's quite interesting to see how fast it went down. So yeah, pretty exciting. Well, I recommend that we all make a save. I would say thank you to everyone who was in the chat. Subscribe. We are going to have an episode 3, so make sure that you check in on this, and potentially an episode 4. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe by noon, the Allies will finally crush the French on the right, and we'll have to give up. But we'll see about that. Great. But that was awesome. Thanks to all of you for joining, and I will say see you soon. Reminder, Sunday night we have the stream with Ava. We're playing 1989 on Rally the Troops. So yeah, same time, Sunday night. I hope you'll be back. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.